Hi everybody, it may be raining, but the Burmans got their sukkah up and decorated. We'll start off with outside by your sukkah. You can see there's a Bruchim Habayim sign, and in the background you can actually see the sukkah on a deck with decoration on the outside. We'll get to that momentarily. But first, let's see who's outside to meet us. We have the Ushbizin, or the 7 guests that visit us on Sukkot. We start off with Avram, who represents kindness, and he kindly asks you to visit our Sukkah. Then we have Yitzchak, Isaac, who represents strength, and reminds us it takes strength not to overeat or drink on Sukkot. Jacob, or Yaakov, who reminds us that learning Torah in the Sukkah is a splendid thing. Moshe, who instructed us to remember the original Sukkah for all eternity. Aaron, who exclaims that when friends and family are in the Sukkah together, it's a beautiful thing. And Yosef, who reveals that the secret and foundation of a person must be his ability to have faith in Hashem, which is represented by the Sukkah itself. And finally, we have David HaMelech, who commands us, King David commands us to sing praise and songs to the King of Kings in our Sukkah. And as we continue up our walkway, you will see that we have a sign over here, a hanging decoration over here that says Vashev HaKohanim Lavodosam, that we humbly request that the Kohanim, the priesthood, comes back to the third temple and it goes back to doing their duties of offering sacrifices. Further up on the walkway, we have a list of the Ushbizin, again, the 7 guests, and like symbols that represent what they are. Avram, tent, Yitzchak, Isaac, who has the goat that was in his place, Yaakov, who had the dream with the ladder, Moses, who had got the 10 commandments, Aaron, who represents the Kohanim and the priesthood, lighting the menorah, Yosef, who had the biblical dream about the wheat stalks bowing down to his start, and David HaMelech, King David, who wrote rather compiled psalms. Continuing upwards towards the Sukkah, as I mentioned before, we start off with a decoration on the outside. Again, it's a decoration listing all the Ushbizin. Right? Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Moshe, Aaron, David, Yosef. Going around, we'll see that we ask that Hashem does stuff and He helps us out, not for our own sakes, but for the sake of the young children that learn with their Rebbe. And we have a bunch of Rebbeim pictures around the Sukkah, going around, and more Rebbeim with their lulav and esrog, the palm branch and the citron. 2 of the 4 species. You can see the Hadassim and Aravos, right? There are 4 species that we take on Sukkot. And over here by the entrance, or before the entrance, we will see a picture that my daughter made about her and her lulav and esrog. And over here we have the Bruchim Habayim signs, welcome guests. On this side we have the Mizrach, telling us we're facing Mizrach direction. A tree of rabbis, and also another representation of the Ushbizin, the 7 guests that come to visit us on Sukkot. Is a decoration representing that somebody who has faith in Hashem will be surrounded by kindness. Here we have not only the Ushbizin, but this shows the 12 Shvatim, the 12 sons of Jacob, and the various months, the 12 Jewish months of the calendar, and the verse, Arachaman Yakim Lanu at Sukkot David and Aphelis, may Hashem re-establish the Sukkah of David, that the 4 species actually represent 4 different types of people. We have the esrog in the middle that represents people that are good between Hashem, God, and also good with their fellow man. The lulav, which represents people that are good between themselves and God. The Hadassim, which represent people that are good between man and fellow man, and finally, unfortunately, the Ravos, that people that aren't really good between anybody. And last but not least, we have another wall of rabbis, and as you can see, we have some lighting, different fruit-shaped light bulbs, and also rope lighting that I like because all this lighting is weatherproof. And this concludes the tour of the Berman Sukkah 2018 5779.